Yo, what is going on, Draft League fans? My name is IronBoffin, and we are here for week 8 of the PPL, and we're going up against Frito this week. And boy, like, the matchup feels good on paper, but I am scared because there's a lot of big walls in the way of my prep here. But let's go over Frito's team here. First of all, let's talk about the playoff situation. The league is very top-heavy. We're currently ranked number 1 with a record of 5-2 with the highest differential, so that's really good for us. We have good differential. But there's a lot of teams that are like one game out of us. So we like need to make sure we're picking up these last 2 games versus Frito, and then we play Seabad next week. So we need to get some wins here. So let's go over Frito's team and what I'm bringing to bring home a dub. You know what I'm saying? So Frito here has Deoxys speed, which is really crazy because my bonds can barely outspeed. In fact, Deoxys is so fast. If he runs like a max speed Deoxys speed, he outspeeds Sandslash and Snow. So that's already a big problem, is the fact that I can't outspeed a regular Mon and Snow. Then we got Jolteon, Ogerpon, Glamora, Dragonite, Heatran, Hitmontop, Sylveon, the Eevee for Flols, and the Tinglu. Tinglu obviously is like the greatest answer to Spectrier in the game. Completely walls me. He has a Terra Captain and Tinglu as well, which is what I expect to bring. Sylveon could come here, but I don't expect Sylveon to show up just because it is it could, because it is bulky into something like Spectrier. It could show up with a Terra like Terra Fire, Terra Electric to hit Corviknight. But there's a couple things there. Glamora, I'm a little afraid of. Glamora is a funny Pokemon because it can either be a really tanky defensive build just to get up its spikes, or it can hit you really hard and then punish you for like little things like U-turns and stuff like that. So Glamora is really scary because toxic spikes are really scary. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we bring Defog on Corviknight. And then, like I said, the Sylveon's there. Heatran, I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem because we have a lot of coverage to hit Heatran, so I expect something like Shuka. Dragonite can be really scary with, like, Dragon Dance. And then Jolteon. Jolteon can come here for sure. I don't really see it. I don't think Jolteon does a lot here. Deoxys speed, obviously, a big problem with all the coverage and stuff that it has is insane. And Hitmontop is a pretty good answer into my Ice spam with Intimidate. So that'll be interesting for sure. But let's go over the team that I'm bringing to counter this here. First up, we're bringing Shoto! Shoto the Alolan Ninetales with Freeze Dry, Moonblast, Baton Pass, and Aurora Veil. I have 180 speed, max, or I'm 180 speed modest. That's enough speed to outspeed Glamora. Max speed Glamora. There we go. I have 32 special attack EVs and then 252 HP. This thing's job is to live as long as possible and put up snow. Put up snow, put up snow, put up snow. That is your job. Pretty easy. We have the Freeze Dry for the Ogerpon in case I'm able to get that off. I should live in Ivy Cudgel in the snow because of my higher defense. And I don't even think you crit through that, so that's good news. But that's Shoto's job. Get up the snow. Get up the snow for Papa Bear coming back. We're rocking Terra Ground Papa Bear, one of our Terra Captains coming this week, with Life Orb, Slush Rush, Ice Crash, Aqua Jet, Earthquake, and Heavy Slam. 252 max HP, or sorry, 252 attack, almost max speed. This outspeeds the Jolteon in snow. Thankfully, I was able to stay adamant, which is really exciting. And then, like I said, we have like coverage for everything. Heavy Slam for the Sylveon, Earthquake for the Heatran, and we're rocking Terra Ground Earthquake because we can knock him out through Shuka Berry. We have Aqua Jet for a little chip on Deoxys if needed, and then we have the Ice Crash for a general stab. Next up, we have Gustav, name change, no longer Sasuke. We're going Gustav for those who come after. You know. Rocking the Assault Vest with Volt Switch, Drain Punch, Heavy Slam, and Ice Punch. Just general moves to kind of force trades. That's this thing's job, like punch things in the teeth like Heatran or like Dragonite, things like that, and then Heavy Slam for a potential Sylveon switch if they're feeling crazy. Next up, we have Nero, the Corviknight, rocking max defense with Defog. This thing is a Defog job to try to clear off the Glamora T-Spikes. We have U-Turn and Brave Bird and Roost, which is super cool. Super basic, but we're rocking Rocky Helmet for things like Ogerpon if it wants to go for, like, if I can switch it on a ground move. Obviously, the Ivy Cudgel doesn't count as a contact move. This is also good for Dragonite. If Dragonite is like a setup Dragon Dance sweeper, he'll hit me, take Rocky Helmet damage, and then I break his multi-scale. Worst case scenario, doing it that way. Then we have Torrent the Spectrier, rocking Choice Scarf, modest 252 max attack or special attack there. With 164 speed, 92 speed F. What are we doing with this thing? This thing's job is to sweep the end of the game. I am faster than every Pokemon. I'm faster than... I'm the fastest Pokemon in the game. There's no faster Scarfer than me. I'm faster than Deoxys, barring Scarf Deoxys. Shadow Ball, Draining Kiss, Psychic, and Will-O-Wisp. We have Will-O-Wisp in case I want to try to get the Ting Lu coming in on the switch, so that I can burn it, get a little chip, stop Earthquake from hurting. And then Shadow Ball just for general stab and Draining Kiss in case I can get some HP back or something like that. So that's a pretty cool set there. And then lastly, we made a last minute switch. We switched from Alolan Sandslash to Rhydon here because Rhydon gives me like a semi-answer to Deoxys, a max def set, and it lets me get Stealth Rocks up, which I think are pretty important. And we have the Ice Punch, Earthquake, Poison Jab. The Stealth Rocks are important for the Dragonite because that way I can break multi-scale if he's not heavy-duty boots. And if he's heavy-duty boots, that means he's not a damage boosting item, which is helpful. So that's our team this week. Let's go get into the match against Frito here in week 8 of PPL. All right, we are connected with Frito for our week 8 PPL game. Let's see what they got. We got Deoxys Speed. We got Ogerpon, Wellspring. Very similar to a team I expected. I am surprised to see the Hitmontop. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect Hitmontop. That could be a small problem. He has Terra Fire Ting Lu, by the way, too. Terra Fire Ting Lu. Lamora. So there's definitely a couple of problem Pokemon here. I think I have what I need to do well here, though. And we got the Hitmontop. Hitmontop makes sense here. Hitmontop makes me not want to prioritize my webs or my Stealth Rock as much. The Ogerpon's a problem. I'll lead Ninetales here. I think that's a fine lead. I also don't hate leading. I have switch-ins to the other stuff. I don't hate leading Rhydon either. If I lead Rhydon and they go Hitmontop, I'm in trouble. I'm not like in trouble, but I'm not in the spot I would like to be. I like leading Ninetales here because that kind of gives me a couple of other plays. Let's go ahead and lead Ninetales. Let's get this game in. I'm excited. I'm excited. We need this game for the PPL playoff race is very, 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 very close. So we need to keep it locked in here. And good luck to Frito here. Let's have a good game. Meth. Okay, opens the Glamora. Okay, that's okay. Opens the Glamora. The only thing I would be concerned of here is like a giant Meteor Beam would be very tough for me to deal with here. Yeah, I don't like that lead at all for me. I could go Rhydon. I don't think Rhydon is particularly bad here. Unless you go for like an Energy Ball off the rip. And even if you go for Energy Ball, I do have the Terra Steel to stop that. Let's go out into... I feel like this is going to be like a Gustav moment here. Let's go Gustav. I think that's fine. Like I said, I would be concerned about like a big Meteor Beam here. Would be Goes for Flash Cannon. Okay, so we see Flash Cannon. That makes sense. For the Ninetales there. Flash Cannon. Now we got Iron Hands in versus a Glamora. I don't think we're going to be able to tell much based on that calc. 7%. 35. Yeah, that could be a pretty offensive Glamora here. What's your switch into me? I don't think you go Ting Lu here, so I think I can get a Volt Switch off. So I'll do that. I think Volt Switch makes the most sense. I'm probably going to take an Earth Power, and it's going to do a decent... Okay, yeah. Earth Power would have done a decent amount of damage, but it wouldn't have, like, killed me or anything. Eddie Gordo. You go to block my Volt Switch. No, okay, good. Okay, so we know you're Intimidate, not Technician. That's good to know. Intimidate. We don't know anything about this set, though. We don't know anything about this set, which is concerning for sure. I don't hate going into... Do you have, like, Steel coverage? I'm sure you have, like, Iron Head or something. You have Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch wouldn't scare me too bad, I don't think. Moonblast is doing a lot to this thing, and I would like to kind of get some damage off on it. Or I could just go in Narrow. Narrow seems like such a safe play. Let's go Narrow here. Narrow is super safe. And we can just Brave Bird. Like, nothing is, like, super excited to come into a Brave Bird except the Heatran. I should be faster than you. I don't think you'd be speed invested. Do I have a good switch into... I do have a good switch into Heatran as well. So I'll go for the Brave Bird here. I expect Heatran to come in, but let's go ahead and attack. Yeah, just in case, you know, things get a little greedy. I didn't want to U-turn there. Vulcan. I hope that's a Fire Force reference. It's a good name. Or just, you know, the general. Okay, that's damage. And I get Flame Body burned. Yeah, I should have known that was kind of the drawback to doing that. It doesn't super matter, but it's definitely not what I would call great. It's definitely not great. And we can just go into... I think we can just go Gustav here. Because I can Drain Punch this thing. This thing's not Terra. The burns there is unfortunate. Kind of, I knew this thing in prep would have Flame Body. But I didn't, you know, didn't expect that for sure. The good news here is I am pretty free to throw off a Drain Punch. I don't see any reason not to. I could go for the Volt Switch. I think Volt Switch makes the most sense. He's not going to stay in. Let's go for the Drain Punch. Let's get Chip. Nah, what do I want to do here? I'll go for the Drain Punch in case you want to try to block it. Oh, you go for the Will. Okay. This thing is a burn machine, my goodness. You're burning everything. Okay, well, you know what? You're going to let me get good chip on you, though, so I'll take it. And you had a Choppleberry. Okay. Okay, so you had the Choppleberry. That makes sense. Honestly, it's okay that both of my pivots are burned, because really their job is to take a hit and pivot, so it's not the worst thing in the world. You were Choppleberry. I am surprised you were Choppleberry. Choppleberry. Okay, so we'll go for a Volt Switch here. We'll go for a Volt Switch. Let's get out of here. And then we can go into... We have plenty of snow turns. So we can go into Bear Tick here and do Bear Tick things. Which I would like to do. I would like to do Bear Tick things. The double burn... This burn machine is funny. The double burn on my pivots is tough. But that obviously was designed to counter my Gustav switch in here. So good prep there. Good prep there. You know, obviously expecting something like Shuka for a lot of the ground coverage I have. If you go, like, you can go Ting-Lu here to block a Volt Switch, which would be fine. Switches out. Do you send in Ting-Lu to block a Volt Switch? Melpomin. Oh, okay, cool. So you go into this thing. Let's see here. Let's think about our turn here. Because what we can do is we can go into Ninetales and Freeze Dry. I don't have a move to kill it with Papa Bear. I could go into Radon and get my... I could go into Radon. How much are you doing to Corviknight here? Because I could get a Defog too. Ogerpon and Wellspring. How much are you doing there? Call him an attacker. He's not doing a ton to Corviknight, so let's go Corviknight and get a Defog. If you set up, then it doesn't really matter because you're not really doing a ton to me. We also mark that I'm burned here. I am burned. So Brave Bird's doing 44% max. I will just do my Defog here. You could hit me with an Ivy Cudgel and it would hurt a little bit, for sure. Okay, switches out. That's fine. Would have liked a, like a rest or... Like, not a rest, but... Okay, we'll Defog. You might just get the rocks back up, but I will let... I'm not gonna, like... I'm not gonna play around that. Like, I'm sure you're free to go for another Stealth Rocks here, and that's fine. We'll go back into Gustav. Gustav still pressures this thing. We don't take the damage there for nothing. Like I say, Stealth Rocks is super free for them. Let them have them. Oh, goes for Lava Plume. Okay, so he doesn't go for Stealth Rocks. That's huge. Gets a crit. That's a little unfortunate. The snow stops, which is good because I can reset that later. I How much is... I haven't really seen too much of this thing set yet. I'm assuming it's going to be like a pretty... Especially defensive set is taking like nothing from my Shadow Ball, so I don't want to do that. How much am I doing with a Drain Punch to this thing? I'm burned. Drain Punch is still doing 40%. But I still don't think he's going to let me do that. So I'll get the Volt Switch here. The Volt Switch makes the most sense. And like again, like you can block it with Ting Lu if you want. It doesn't really matter. Meth comes back. Okay. Yeah. See, like I don't want to let you get Toxic Spikes. So this is good for me. I'll take that. Unfortunately, I don't outspeed this thing, so I can't go into Bear Tick yet here. How much is Psychic from Spec doing? To a Glamora. Call it an offensive Glamora. Psychic is going to knock out, so we'll go into Torrent and we'll go for Psychic. Actually, the Ting Lu is such the play here. I think this is where I go for my Ting Lu counterplay is the Willow. Like Ting Lu is such the play. And you're not killing me except with a Power Meteor Beam. So I don't think you're going to do that. I'm going to go for my Willow. Show me the Ting Lu. That's why we have this. That's why we have this built the way we do. Show me the Ting Lu. If you don't go to Ting Lu here, I'm going to be shocked. I would be shocked. You're thinking about it, though. So that makes me think you're not going Ting Lu. Could be making a play because, like, it's so obvious and Psychic does knock out. Oh, okay, good. Show me the Ting Lu. Show me Ting Lu. Mary Jolisa. Thank you. Shows me the Ting Lu and I get the... As long as I don't miss. Cool. Let me get the burn on her. Huge. Burned. Burn Ting Lu. Cool. We don't know anything about this, so... But I'll take the burn there. I'm pretty happy about that. And then we'll go out into Corviknight, who can either tank a Ruination or be immune to Earthquake or just Roost. So we make this thing pretty bad, which is all I really wanted. Cool. And now we don't have to do that again because I don't need to click Will-O-Wisp again. That was like the only thing I really wanted to Will-O-Wisp. Could also Willow the Ogerpon, but... Okay, we'll switch out. Maybe we'll get a little information. We also saw that he wasn't leftovers. I don't think we... no. Yeah, because leftovers would heal burn. Okay, so he's going to Terra Fire. Yeah, no, okay. So he's just going to go straight for the Terra Blast probably here. Because the play is super obvious, right? To go into Bird here. So this could bite me in the butt. But you are burned, so hopefully it doesn't hurt too bad. Goes for Rest. Ooh! Okay. Okay. Rest. We'll count his sleep turns here. So he has no sleep turns yet. No. Oh, Chesto Resto? Chesto Resto? That's crazy. Good set. Chesto Resto is crazy. That is a great set. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. That was really good. That was such a good set. And now I can't burn him again. How much is a Terra Blast doing to me? Terra Blast is only doing 33%, so I can Roost here. Does it make sense to Roost, or do I just U-turn into something? I'll Roost. Maybe we can scout some damage. Let's scout some damage. Goes for Terra Blast. Let's see how much this does. We can see if you're, like, invested. So that did 70 exactly. You're like... Yeah, you're not very invested at all. Okay. The Terra Blast does pin me a little bit, but we can go for a U-turn here. And we'll go into... we'll go into Rhydon here. The Resto Chesto is crazy. That's... I thought I had good prep going for the Willow. Resto Chesto into the Terra Fire is crazy prep. Let's go Rhydon here. Okay, EQ shouldn't hurt too bad. I'm like a Rhydon. That does hurt. That certainly does hurt. I'll go for my own stealth rocks here. I think that's valuable. That definitely did hurt. And you should be faster than me here too. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get a ton of use out of Rhydon here just because that did do a lot more than I expected. That set is crazy. Okay, let's go for the Earthquake. Yep. I get my rocks here though. That's not good. That's actually like really bad for me because I kind of wanted this for later. The good news is Papa Bear does beat this. And I can go into Papa Bear after because I will outspeed this thing. Do I let Rhydon go down here? I don't see any reason to try to save Rhydon because like I send in Narrow and that doesn't get me anything. So I think I just have to give you Rhydon here. Goes for the heavy slam. That lit? Okay. So, Ting-Lu KOs Rhydon with heavy slam. Okay. So we can go into Papa Bear here, Terra Ground, and just nuke some stuff. You don't have a switch into Terra Ground Papa Bear. You do have the good news also is this doesn't resist Shadow Ball anymore, which is cool. But we'll go Papa Bear and Terra Ground Earthquake. We'll just Terra Ground Earthquake. I don't see any reason not to. Like, yeah, the Hitmontop comes in, but Hitmontop is still... Yeah, no, I think this is the right play. And we're fast. We're definitely faster than this thing, unless this thing is like max speed Jolly, which would be crazy. That was such a good set on this. That's crazy. I did not predict that at all. Resto, Chesto. I haven't seen that in years. Makes sense though. And also he does know I'm Terra Ground. So I mean like Ogerpon can come in here. I feel like Ogerpon's a pretty good switch in. It's still gonna be a lot of damage, and all we need is really damage. We need to put in if we put Spec into a position for a late game sweep, we'll be feeling okay. Is what we need. Okay. You stay in. You live this? I don't know. You probably live this, but like... I kind of thought you'd switch. I'm doing half at least. Oh, that did a lot. Yeah, you're not defensive at all. Do you kill me with anything? You Terra Blast me back. I don't think that's going to kill me. It is going to be damage I didn't want on me, though. Yeah, it's definitely damage I didn't want. I almost don't want to go for another attack here because I'll take Life Orb Chip, but it's honestly fine. If I could go for something like, Earthquake is still my best move, I think, here. So we'll go for the Earthquake. Taking this thing down is the best thing, though, because that makes that's not a Spectrier answer anymore. So that's actually the big thing. Okay. Yeah, I probably could have... Let's see how much damage we do to this thing. We get this... Yeah, we have the stuff out, so we get the Intimidate. That's good damage. That is good damage. I don't think we get the knockout, so I'm going to save. I'm going to not do anything with that. Let's go to Narrow here. Probably just goes for a spin, perhaps. I feel like spin's not a bad play here. Clear the rocks. I wonder if Ting-Lu dies to rocks if they don't clear them. So I could have maybe made a really aggressive play into Spectrier there. That would have been a good play, I think. But we don't need to be crazy right now. We don't really know much about this Hitmontop. I would like to get a Roost off, if possible. Goes for Sucker Punch. Okay, cool. That's why I was like, no, we're not going to get any... We're not going to let anything stupid happen here. Am I faster than this thing? Can I knock out and stop the spin from happening? I doubt it. Hitmontop. He's Intimidate, but I'm Baron Braybird. Braybird should knock out, and I honestly do think it's worth stopping the... I think it's worth stopping the Rapid Spin. Or I could give him the Rapid Spin. Do I hate giving him Rapid Spin here? I would like health on this thing, but like, what do I really need this for? I do need this for the Ogerpon, actually. We'll go ahead and Roost. I'll give him the Rapid Spin. I'll give him the Rapid Spin. Oh, he's faster. Okay, so he's faster than me anyway. So I'm glad I got my... He's faster than me anyway. And I got my Rocky Helmet chip. That's okay. I'll be afraid of Sash. Sash Deoxys is a little scary. Sash Deoxys is a little scary. Okay. So I think I could just U-turn or I just Brave Bird. I feel like you just switch out into, like... I'm slow U-turn here, so actually, yeah, I'll go for the... Yeah, okay, cool. I was like, I go for U-turn because even if you stay in, I can just go into Spec after. Meth. Ah, I gave him T-Spikes. That sucks. Should have hard switched. Should have hard switched. Ugh, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Because what I could do here is I could go into... I need to threaten this thing, so I think I just need to give him the 1 layer of Toxic Spikes. And I think I just go Spec and I just click moves. Right. I don't see any reason to not go Spec and just click attacks. How much is Shadow Ball doing to Glamora? Shadow Ball is doing 60. Let's go Spec here. Let's go Spec. I do get poisoned, which I don't like. If Shadow Ball kills, I'm going to go for that. It probably doesn't, and then Heatran gets to come in here. I do let Heatran in here, but I'll go for the Psychic. I have to. I'll go for the Psychic. Spec is in a really good spot this game, though. Like, it's not looking great, but Spec is still in a good spot, and we still have plenty of, like, snow potential with Beartic. Because I don't know if Heatran takes 2 Shadow Balls, is the thing. So he might not want to switch. He might not want to switch. Yeah, Spec is looking pretty solid. Between being Scarf Spectrier and Aqua Jet on... Okay, yeah, he does switch. Okay, so are we going to see Heatran here? Eddie Gordo. Okay, so he's going to sack the Hitmontop. Okay. So Spec kills Hitmontop. The second. Cool. I'll take that. Guido kills. And I get my Grenade boost. He could go Deoxys here. Deoxys is a pretty good move. Because I am... He doesn't know I'm Scarf, though. Zoomies! Okay, yeah, Deoxys is coming in. Okay, pressure, we know that. So we're going to switch out of there. We don't want any of that smoke. Do we just go narrow? Do I sack Gustav? I don't need Gustav because I do think we put... The problem here would be a Nasty Plot would be very bad. Nasty Plot's bad, but let me just make sure Spec kills the Deoxys Speed with a Shadow Ball. Assuming not Scarf or Sash. He might be Sash. That might be why he prioritized. Okay, so yeah, he would kill me with a shot. I would kill him with a Shadow Ball if he's not Specs or if he's not Sash. So let me, who do I not need here? I'm nervous in going into Shoto. Although I feel like Ninetales maybe takes one. Let's go Gustav. Let's sack Gustav here. We don't need Gustav anymore. We don't need Gustav. Goes for knockoff. Okay. Knocks off my AV. That's fine. So he's knockoff. Oh, he's Life Orb. Okay, Life Orb is huge. Life Orb. That's huge intel. So I'm actually really okay with letting you kill me because then I can go into Spec and Shadow Ball spam. So I'm actually like super okay with letting you have Gustav now. I'm super okay with that. Because I always outspeed you now. Because like he could have been like a weird... I mean, what world do you run Scarf? Okay, so yeah, he's going to try KO here. Okay, so Deoxys, KOs, Hands with Psychic. So I'm trying to think of the mons he has left. Glamora's not taking 2 Shadow Balls though, so I think Torian is actually in a great spot to come in and click Shadow Ball a couple times. Because Hitmontop's gone. I don't think Heatran's taking 2 from where it's at, 'cause I think I had it below 50. Glamora's not taking 2. We Shadow Ball. Torrent looks awesome here. Tinglu's almost dead. The thing is, I actually pressure him a lot here because he either sacks something to me and I get a +1 boost. Actually, something just, yeah, I get a +1 boost no matter what here because nothing takes 2 Shadow Balls here except maybe Heatran, depending on its build. And even then at like 50%, I'm pretty sure I had it down to like 50%. I think Spectrier is going to do spec things here finally. But we'll see. He can't be faster than me because I'm Scarf. I actually did Scarf out. I was Scarf outspeeding max speed Deoxys in case he was outspeeding max speed Sandslash in Snow. Okay, Vulcan comes in. I don't think you take 2. Oh, you had a lot more health than I thought. You take 2 here, though. Ooh, that's a roll. Oh, and I get this Spadef drop. That's actually huge. That Spadef drop is actually massive because now it's definitely not a roll, and I just get to click attacks. Now it's not a roll, so that's actually massive. Fair play, though, for the Flame Body Burn. And the crit. So, fair play. Yeah, I'll take that. He could switch this out and then save it for later. As, like, another... But, like, there's no... Because you can't switch back into Shadow Ball. The only thing scary about Spec right now is the fact that I am poisoned, but I'm only regular poisoned. I'm not super poisoned. So that's not... It could be worse. I do want to get a defog off before having to go back into Bear Tick, though. Bear Tick does not want to be poisoned and Life Orb damage. That's not what Bear Tick wants. Yeah, its Spadef drop was actually massive. Okay. So Spec should kill with Shadow Ball here. Spec kills Heatran with Shadow Ball. So now I get my +1 Grenade boost. How much am I doing to Ogerpon at +1? I'm modest. I think Ogerpon Wellspring is the only thing that can come in here. He would live 1. He lives 1 for sure. I don't think I've... it does 80 to 94, so unless he's taken... I don't know if I've chipped it. I've hit it with a Volt Switch. I might go for it. And you would run, like, max speed here. Do I risk it? I don't think I risk it here because this wins later. I don't think I risk it. But if I risk it and go for it, then I win. But if I don't get it, then I'm in a lot of trouble. So let's go narrow, and that definitely puts him in range of... It's such a roll. And depending on if he has any bulk, like, I think he would be max speed. But... I think it was too risky. Okay. And we'll get Rocky Helmet chip here. Oh, no, we won't get Rocky Helmet because the club doesn't count. So I could U-turn or I could defog. And I think 185 to Corv. Are you likely to get 185 on Corv here? If you're max attack. You'd never kill me. So I am tempted just to get my defog. I will do that. To save Bear Tick, because that lets Bear Tick continue to be a threat. I think I'm only in trouble here if you go for Trailblaze. Trailblaze would be bad. It would be great. It would be okay because Spec would still outspeed and he would have to take some damage there. Glamora still has health, and that's a problem. Okay, cool. So I'm going to get my defog. I'm going to get my defog, which is great. Okay, listen to this thing. We get rid of the poison spikes. I don't see any reason to sack this off here, but I also don't really want to use... I guess I could U-turn into Shoto. I guess I could U-turn into Shoto. Or can I Brave... I definitely can't. There's no way I knock out with Brave Bird, right? Burned. Brave Bird's doing 9 to 11%. I don't think that's worth it. Does Terra Blast hit Rocky Helmet? I'll go for the Roost here. Let's just see. I didn't see if Terra Blast... I don't think Terra Blast hits Rocky Helmet. Oh, you go for Rest. That was really stupid of me. Oh, wow, that's bad. No, it's not bad because he doesn't have the Resto Chesto here. So you gotta use your sleep turns. But that does stop a sweep, so that is good for them. But I got health back, so like that's a tough trade, but like it could have been worse. It's a tough trade, but it could have been worse. So let's get our U-turn off here. He has to sleep. Does he have sleep talk? Ooh, that could be bad. Could be sleep talk. Let's be careful about that. Okay, you switch out. Okay, so no sleep turns. No sleep turns yet. Ah, I did it again. I fell for it. No sleep turns yet. I fell for it again. Gosh darn it. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. Because I can go Torrent here. I'm already poisoned. I would like to get into Bear Tick. I should be faster than this thing. You know what I'll do? I'll go Shoto. And I'll Baton Pass. Because I should be faster. Unless you're like Scarf suddenly. But I don't think you'd be Scarf. I'm like max speed. So. I'm not max speed, but I'm fast enough for this. And this lets Beartic be a threat, which is what we need. We need Beartic to come back in and do threatening things. So let's go for our Baton Pass, and we'll try to get out into Corviknight again. But we need the snow, so that way Beartic can do Beartic things. Oh, that was so bad to let the... I mean, like, I wasn't going to get the knockout anyway. 9 to 11%, and he looked like he was closer to, like, 20. So, I think he was just going to get that anyway. Oh, and he goes... He's faster than me. Are you Scarf? Is you Scarf? You have to be. Okay, so you're Scarf Glamora. So that means we're not going into Beartic, because Beartic is not as fast as you. We have to go in... But you're Scarfed in the Flash Cannon, though. That's bad. Okay, I think I lose. I did not expect that to be Scarf. It makes sense, though. It makes perfect sense, but that's really bad for me. Beartic doesn't outspeed this. Does Beartic Aqua Jet kill for, like, some random reason? Glamora, offensive. Aqua Jet is not doing enough. How much is Flash Cannon? I'm assuming Flash Cannon's killing me. I could go narrow here and just get the defog off. That's bad that he's Scarf. Oh no, I would outspeed Scarf because he's only 85. We'll go narrow here so I can actually calc that. I thought Glamora was faster. Okay, so if I'm in snow, that was a misplay because I don't know. Oh no, maybe you're faster. Hold on. If you're timid max speed, you're faster. So I'm glad I did this. If you're timid max speed, you're faster. Are we doing anything with Brave Bird? Probably not. Probably like 0. 0.0. Yeah, 0.0, especially burned. Let's get our def. Is everybody's status now, right? No, Papa Bear isn't. You're gonna switch anyway. You have to. You could not switch because you know I'm kind of pinned here. I could see. Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, let's defog. The only problem is I can't U-turn because if I U-turn, then I just set the spikes back up, which is not great. But I don't think there's a way around it. Oh god, we're in a not great position. How much chip do I need for Spec to kill with Shadow Ball? Because if I can spam myself into Shadow Ball, I'd feel better. Glimora. We need to get out into Beartic as well. Okay, I have to U-turn here anyway. That way I can at least pressure this thing out. I gotta set the spikes back up. Yeah, I don't think I win this because of that. Oh, the fact that was Scarf was so good. I should have run Jolly Bear to outspeed Scarf Glimora, but I didn't think that was worth it. That crit. I don't think the crit matters there. I mean, it's going to matter like a little bit because it's more damage, but I just have to go into Spec. The problem is Spec isn't doing anything to... How much am I doing with Shadow Ball? The fact that he's like... How much am I doing to Ting Lu? Ting Lu. Rest set. Terrafire. Am I getting like a 3-hit with Shadow Ball? Shadow Ball is doing a lot of damage, but it's probably not enough damage. And I'm not killing this thing. Oh, this is such a bad spot. The only thing I could do is go into Papa Bear and Aqua Jet and just force the range, but that's... Because then I can just spam Shadow Ball and try to knock this thing out. I don't like either of those plays. Because he had Ogre Pond left. I don't like any of these plays. Let me go... I'll go Beartic and get the Aqua Jet damage. I'll take my Aqua Jet damage because it's still going to be damage into Ting Lu here. Ugh. This was really good prep on their end. They prepped so well. I'll go for my Aqua Jet because I definitely don't outspeed. Okay. That puts it in range of Shadow Ball, so I am free to spam Shadow Ball. Which is good. Which is good. So Glim kills Beartic with the Dash Cannon. And then I just have to click Shadow Ball and hope I win the game. I have a lot of Shadow Balls to click. Yeah. I could go into Narrow and Roost. But I don't think that actually contributes toward winning anything. So I just have to click Shadow Ball a bunch of times. Oh, that rest on... That rest literally won the game for them. That was so crazy. Such a good play. I think I should have gone for it on the Ogre Pond. Like, just try to kill the Ogre on that roll. Because I think that was my only way to win. Yeah, I just don't win this exchange is the problem. He doesn't have any sleep turns, though. I would need, like, a Spidef drop. I'm playing for a Spidef drop. And bad sleep talks. Spidef drop and bad sleep talks. Spidef drop? No. You need a bad... Oh, okay, you're not sleep talk. Okay. That's not nothing. I will knock out the next one. I think I died of poison, though. 89 to 47 is 42, so I only have like 2 more turns. Yeah, no, we lose. Oh, the poison's gonna take me. But I will get 2 more knockouts here. Which is nice. Oh, that rest won the game. It was such a good rest, too. Spec kills Ting Lu with Shadow Ball. Oh. Barely gonna... That's gonna be a close game. That was a good game. I should have... I just had the chance to win with the Shadow Ball into Ogre and taking the roll. but it might not have been even a better roll, depending on their build. Excuse me, that was gross. That was the problem. Yeah, so you're gonna give me. Let's see. Oh, well, we get to see if we get the roll or not. We're +1 again, so take our damage. We're +1. Oh, it just switches. Oh, if I had like recover or something. Oh, getting poisoned. Meth comes back. This thing dies. So Spec kills Glamora. Yeah, tough because then Spec dies to toxic or poison from Glim spikes. That's tough because we like that wins. Like we win the game without the poison there. So that's tough. It's tough. It's tough. And then Deoxys picks up the kill here on me. Unfort. Really good game. Really good prep on them. Really good prep on their end. It just, I should have just gone for the roll. I want to know. I'll have to see if that was a roll after. Let's see if by some miracle we roost and just do some crazy shit. Yeah, you have Thunderbolt. GG's. Deoxys kills Corv with T-Bolt. Very good GG's. Tough. Part of me wishes I did take the chance on that roll, but I'll probably get to talk to Frito here and see if that's like if it was a roll or not. That was a good game. The toxic spikes in combination with a Tinglu really did stop Spectrier from winning, because Spectrier wins that game if I'm not poisoned or tough. I'm sad about one, but that was week 8. We currently have a record of 5-3. Playoffs definitely not guaranteed. If we lose next week, we play Seabad next week. If we lose to Seabad, we could be out. Because the playoff race is very close. But it was a good battle. So I'm going to get the flocking out of here. And make sure you guys check out Frito down below. His link and stuff will be down there. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye.